What is up, everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today we're taking a look at another Bumblebee figure. Yeah, because the last one was pretty bad, but here we are taking a look at Transformers Bumblebee movie Bumblebee from the Studio Series line that aims to produce more accurate Transformers figures that are closer to the movies. So yeah. But anyway, this figure does have its problems, a few fatal problems. First of all, we're gonna talk about the backpack. The backpack is just alright. But the backpack, I can't explain how the backpack is just bigger than the original '07 Bumblebee design. Like, god damn! But I mean, yeah, he's definitely a smaller size. But it's not because I pose him like that. He's very small, even compared to his Bumblebee variants. And there's my custom Bumblebee. But goddamn, he is very, very small. And his small size does make him look more and more vulnerable to Decepticons, which is pretty nice, you know. That's his whole character in the Bumblebee movie. He's very, vulnerable to shatter and dropkick. He's much more easier to kill. So I think that's what they were going with his size. But putting him next to Optimus, he looks absolutely amazing. They look absolutely amazing. I mean, just look at that. God damn. But that, it's not too bad. The scaling, I remember Bumblebee being bigger than that. But anyway, moving on to some more problems. These car pieces are integral parts to the transformation, and they use clear plastic. Now, clear plastic has a track record of breaking real bad. And these clear plastic pieces form the giant pieces of the door panels, and that sucks. Okay, I'm done. No, I'm not. Look at that. So the hinges are stiff as hell. So if you try to bend anything there, it feels very scary because you might hear just one random crack, and that clear joint is just going to disintegrate in your hands. Like those giant door pieces. And also the whole backpack. The hood section isn't clear plastic, but the whole roof section is a clear plastic piece. And it just bugs me. Because when you go ahead and transform this figure, it's very, very scary. Moving on. Just try and pick him up and he starts shaking all over the ground. And that's one thing that sucks, because of all the problems that I've mentioned, that's one fatal thing. His legs just suck. His hip joints go bye-bye. And it's very, very sad for me. I want to play with this guy. I'm sad about it. I just really, really, really want to like this figure, but I can't bring myself to do it, though. There's so much problems that outweigh the good about him. But, I mean, there are goods, but there's a lot of bads. So hopefully, the transformation changes my thoughts on this guy. Let's try and get this guy transformed without losing my goddamn mind. First off, let's start calm. I want to special mention, the clear parts on this guy are quite poopy. They're everywhere on this goddamn figure. Every single piece on this guy is basically clear plastic. No, I'm just kidding. But you want to start with the backpack. You unfold this, move this up, just like that. That's the whole side of the car right there on his backpack. Just do the same for the other side and make sure nothing obstructs the clear plastic. Here's the car mode. This is painful. Anyway, here's the car mode, and it's a solid representation of the Volkswagen Beetle that Bumblebee appeared in the Bumblebee movie. But the problem is, everything doesn't want to tab in, so one small wrong move that you do with this car, everything just goes to hell. The car mode is honestly very, very bad, but hey, it has its charm, turning into the original mode that Bumblebee turned into in his G1 counterpart. So I'm not really gonna rag into this car mode. I mean, it has some pretty nice molded in and painted details. It's just that it doesn't want to tab in. Alright, now that I'm done talking about the good and the bad, let's talk about the ugly. Alright, let's talk about the weapon. So first we have this little glob of plastic, also known as the battle mask. This battle mask he utilizes in the movie, but this thing got lost the first time I opened it, and I couldn't find it 2 days later. But hey, now I found it, and it still sucks. Now let's talk about his sword. His blade, it's nice. It's got some pretty nice molded in details and some pretty nice silver paint. That's it. Now let's talk about his little gun that doesn't want to stick to anything. I'll talk about that later when we get to the robot mode and the final verdict. But for weapon storage, you just want to grab your figure, turn it to its side just like that, and the sword is easy to attach. Just attach it on his arm, put it on like that, and it doesn't obstruct any rolling. But when we attach the gun, it's also not too bad. Just attach it on this little latch. There you go. And that attaches. And it's not really that bad, but it does have a tendency to pop off when you just get a little too rough with it. Okay, I was a little too rough, but let's attach this little glob of plastic. So you do have a tiny little slot there that you can attach this mask to, and attaching it is more pain than it's worth. Oh, there you go. It actually worked when I'm in front of the camera. But usually when I try to attach this little glob of plastic, it does not work. I've tried a lot of times. It just keeps colliding with everything under there. But it worked this time, so that's pretty nice. Once you attach his blade, it don't look too bad. It gives the impression that his forearm transformed to let out the little blade, and it looks pretty nice. The silver works well with the robot, and it complements well with the gray plastic. Now let's rip off his face to put on his battle mask, and that looks horrifying. Let's just put on the mask, and it looks pretty nice. The panel lining as well, thanks to me. But it does look pretty nice when attached. But this gun here, this gun is the root of all my problems. It attaches, but once you get a little rough with it, it just comes off. Alright, now it's not coming off in my video. God. Come on, there you go. There, it's very loose. There's no, like, pull on it. See? It just comes off. What the hell, Hasbro? What the hell, Takara? But, hey, it's a gun that does... whatever. But hey, let's talk about the articulation. First of all, he does have a ball joint at the head. He can look up. His face comes off again. Anyway, he has an arm that can move up because it's a ball joint. It can also move forward. He has a bicep swivel. He does have an elbow bend and some wrist movement. No wrist swivels, and it easily comes off, which sucks, but whatever. You can just easily attach it back on anyway. Come on. There you go. He does have a ball joint at the hips. He can kick. He can move back pretty far because of the backpack. He can pretty much do the splits. He has a thigh swivel, a knee bend, up and down at the ankle, and a pretty good pivot. So that's pretty much it. And also a waist swivel. Hasbro, Takara, I know you can make good stuff. You guys made the Studio Series Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime, Studio Series Revenge of the Fallen Megatron, and of course the Deluxe Class Battle Blades Bumblebee. I'm just saying, if the clear plastic was minimal and the tolerances were fine, this guy would be a great figure. Well, anyway, that's my review/rant for Studio Series Bumblebee movie Bumblebee, and I hope you enjoyed. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye.